Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a mat Pilates focused on our pelvic floor and those very shy, low abdominal muscles. This is a great workout for any new moms who are looking to build their core strength back up after just having a baby, as well as for anybody who's menstruating, who's just looking to move their body and wake up the energy in our pelvic floor. It's gonna be gentle, but it's gonna be super juicy, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start today lying all the way down on the mat. I'm gonna bend my knees. My feet are gonna be hip width apart in line with my sit bones. Let's just go ahead and place the hands on top of the pelvis. And I really want you to dig your hands into your body and try to find your hip bones. Keep your hands on your hip bones. We're gonna warm up our pelvic tilt. So tilting the pelvis, the tailbone towards your nose. I want you to rock this tailbone forward. And then once you're forward, I want you to reach the tailbone down to your heels. Let the low back arch. You may even have some space underneath you. And then again, we're gonna tuck the tailbone in towards the nose and reach the tailbone down to the heels. Let's do two more. Inhale, tuck it in. Exhale, reach the tail down, let that low back arch. One more time, inhale, tuck the tail to your nose. And exhale, reach the tailbone down to your heels. And then just come into our regular neutral spine, just regular laying down on the mat. You're gonna keep your hands on your hips. I'm gonna invite you to feel what your body is doing. Ideally, the hips stay flat, the pelvis stays in neutral as we come up to our chest lift. So just go ahead and feel what your body does. Keep your hands on your hips. Let's tuck the chin towards the chest, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Check in with that pelvis, check in with your tailbone, see if you're tucked. If you're tucked, release the tuck, and then lower back down. Let's do a couple more like that. Lift and lower. And what I want you to really focus on here is keeping the tail flat on the mat, keeping the hips from moving. And 3, and 2, and one more, and lower your body down. Good. Let's bring the arms down by our side. So keeping that pelvis flat, once again, we're gonna start to warm up those lower abdominal muscles. So pull your belly button to the spine, keep it pulled in from your belly. I want you to think pulling the thigh in towards your chest, bring it into tabletop. Stay there. Use your belly to lower the entire foot back down onto the mat. Once it's down, we deepen the belly, picking up the left leg, pull it into tabletop, and lowering that whole leg back down. We're going back to the right side, and lower back down. Back to the left side, and lower the foot down. Let's keep moving here, alternating sides. Really thinking about the belly pulling the knee in towards the body. So waking up those lower abdominal muscles. Nice and gently here, just getting that core activation. And place the foot down, rest your body. Beautiful. Let's add on. So deepen the belly button to the spine. Pull the right knee into tabletop. Keep it in table. I want you to point through that toe. You're going to scoop the belly in even further. Just stretch out the right leg. Once it's straight, use your belly to pull it back into tabletop and then lower the entire foot back down. We're going to go to the left side. Belly pulls the left knee up. Stretch your left leg out, reach that hip long, pull it back into table, and lower the whole foot back down to the right side. Into tabletop, stretch the leg out, belly pulls the leg in, and lowering back down. Over to the left, tabletop, stretch the leg, bend the knee, and lower down. One more each side. Belly deepens, table. Belly deepens, lengthen. Belly deepens, table. Belly deepens to lower. We're getting the idea. Belly is the thing that's controlling your body. So let's do one more on the left. Tabletop. Stretch it out. Pull it in, lower down. Stay there. Both feet are on the mat. Let's bring the hands behind our head. One hand on top of the other. And I want you to think about stretching your head back, creating that length in your spine. Careful not to elevate those ribs when those hands are behind your head. So belly button to spine, rib cage is closed. We're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders and stay deep in the belly. Let's bring the right leg into table, lower it down. Left leg into table, lower it down, and right, and lower. Keep lengthening through the back of your neck, using those low belly muscles to move. One more on the left. Lower both feet down and rest your head. We're gonna go into those leg extensions with our head lifted. So keep your hands behind your head. Let's keep the pelvis flat on the mat. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Check in with that pelvis. Nice neutral spine. Belly button pulls to spine. We're gonna bring the right knee into table. Stay there. Stretch the right leg out to a 45. Pull it back in, lower back down, and tabletop. Straighten your leg, bend your leg and lower, and table, stretch, bend and lower, and table, stretch, bend and lower. One more each side, keeping that pelvis flat on the mat, and down and left, stretch, bend, lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Whew. Now we are warming up the core. Very gentle movements, so effective for that core strength. So let's go ahead and build it up a little bit further. We're gonna bring the hands back behind the head, and then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Making sure that tail stays heavy on the mat and you didn't pick up your hips towards your body. So keep those hips on the mat, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, stay there. Tailbone is down, hips are heavy. Hold. We're gonna move the legs only as much as you can keep your pelvis neutral. So lower the legs a little, pick them back up. Lower the legs a little, pick them back up. Use those low belly muscles to move your legs. 3, 2, 1. Both knees in, lower your head down, bring your knees all the way into your chest, let your tailbone come off, and just give yourself a hug. Good, a little rock side to side. And then let's come back into that position. So legs coming out, hands are coming behind your head, the tailbone's down, the hips are heavy. Let's lift the head, neck, and shoulders. We're gonna stretch both legs up to the ceiling. Hips are heavy, tailbone stays down. You're only going to lower the legs as much as the belly pulls back away from your shirt. So the legs lower, the belly pulls in. And we lift. Notice that if my legs go too low, my low back arches, my hips move. So make it small, make it deep, lower the legs, and lift the legs from your abdominal muscles. 4 more. Lift. 3. Lift. 2. Lift. 1. Lift, bend your knees, and rest your head. Awesome job. Let's place our feet flat on the mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat, hip width apart, and let's bring our arms down by our side. We're gonna do a little bit of bridging here, again, connecting ourselves to the pelvic floor. So pulling the belly button to the spine, I want you to let the muscles over your rib cage pull it closed and keep it closed. You're gonna press the mat with your arms. So press the hand, the forearm, the tricep into the mat, lengthen your hips forward, come up into a bridge. Good. Eyes are looking towards the body, head stays down. I want you to check that your hips are in line with your rib cage. So not overlifting through that spine and not underlifting. The glutes are relaxed and you're pulling your heels to your butt to find that hamstring connection. Hold it here. And I want you to pull the belly in as deep as it goes. Just hold it there, stabilize your body. And then slowly melt your spine all the way down to the mat and let the tailbone go. Good, let's do that again. Let's be careful that when we're coming up into our bridge, we're not fully tucking the pelvis in to lift up. That's gonna create a lot of tightness in your hip flexors and a lot of shortening for your abdominal muscles. So let's go up again. Press those arms into the mat. Keep lengthening through your hips. So sending your tailbone forward as you lift up. Once you're up, find the connection into your abdominal muscles even deeper. Hold it there. Pull your butt to your heels to your butt. Feel the hamstrings kick on. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll down the throat, the chest, the ribs, the waist, and the low back. Booty touches last. Beautiful. Let's go up. We're gonna do that one more time. We're gonna add a little bit of a challenge for your core with your arms. Let's press the mat, keeping the hips in neutral. Scoop the belly, start to roll your body up. Good. I want you to think about opening up this hip from your glute. So lengthening your hips forward. Stay there. We're gonna reach the arms up to the ceiling and hold. Pull your rib cage close. You're gonna stretch the arms back to the ears and lift them back up. Keep pulling the ribs down into the mat to stretch and to lift. 2 more, reach and stretch and up. And 1, reach, stretch, and lift. Bring those arms all the way down to the mat and slowly melt the spine all the way down to your mat. Awesome. Let's bring those knees into our chest one more time, giving yourself a hug. Just stretch out that low back. Let's extend those legs out along the mat. We're gonna do 1 roll up so we can come up to seated. So legs are together, feet are in your Pilates V. So heels are together, toes are a fist distance apart. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Let's use the breath to move. Inhale, pick up your head, look towards your feet. Exhale, roll all the way up to seated. And then sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna turn to face you. And we're gonna do a little arm burn to finish here today. So, sitting crisscross applesauce is option 1. If this is uncomfortable for your hips, or if you want a little bit more of a hip opener, I'm going to come up onto my knees. So coming up onto the knees, I'm gonna be parallel, I'm gonna be hip width apart. And again, I want you to think about lengthening those hips forward. So nice long spine, nice lifted spine. We're gonna stay here. The abdominal muscles are gonna stay pulled in. Let's go ahead and reach our arms out into a T. Hold your arms in that T. I want you to think about spreading your back apart. So reaching to the opposite sides of the room, find that length through your arms. Stay there. We're gonna do tiny little pulses. So pulsing up and down, nice and slow. And pulse, 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 pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your arms lifted. Find that spread of your back again. We're gonna turn the palms up to the ceiling. Same thing, keep that back spread. Tiny lift and lower. Up and down, up and down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your arms lifted. Let's turn the palms back down to the floor. Stay there. We're going to try to keep the arms lifted as best we can. You're going to reach the arms forward in line with the shoulder, reaching them back out into that T. And again, reach it in line with the shoulder and back out into the T. I want you to reach to every corner of the room and open back out, creating space for your spine, opening up the chest, and reach. And 3, belly's in, head and chest are lifted. And 1 more, reach it forward. Reach it out into the T, stay there. We're gonna reach to the corners of the room. So in a little bit of a V, turn your palms to face the ceiling, bicep curl, pull it in. Resist to open out, pull it in. And resist, create that tension for your body. So nice and slow, keep those elbows lifted, pull it in. And resist, and 3, and 2, and 1. Reach it out and stay. We're coming back out into the T. Palms face the floor, tiny pulses. Up and down, up and down, up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Turn the palms up. We go again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Pulse. I know those arms burn. Keep them lifted. Stay with me. 2 more. And pause. Reach out to the corners of the room. Last thing we're going to do, 1 more set of bicep curls. Pull it in. Reach it out. Keep those elbows lifted. Chest open, belly in. 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1, reach it out and lower your arms down. Have a seat and rest. Let's shake those arms out because that was a lot of work. But you guys are all set for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys like this workout. I post mat Pilates videos and reformer Pilates videos every week on my YouTube channel, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below so you can check all that out. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.